Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen, with a light blue hue to them, fresh and juicy, ready for the picking.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as the mailman, getting ready to go in and deliver his appointed rounds on Friday. Thank God it's Friday for you. It's Thursday for me because I work tomorrow, but it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday for everybody. Hope it's going to be a good day. Yes, I wasn't feeling good when I came home. Allergies are kicking my ass, so, oh wow, I'm a little close. So I took some meds, I took a shower, took some meds, passed out. Woke up right as the game was starting, but I was in no position to go live. But I did go live for the second half. So yeah, from what I saw, Green Bay dominated. Now, it's a war of attrition, right? It's a war of attrition. You win the game, you lose Jaden Reed with a broken collarbone. Again, Jaden Reed. I look at Green Bay, they have a lot of pieces. It's more of a system thing. Again, normally the teams who get out to a hot start don't end up hot. And speaking of injuries, the Washington Commanders unfortunately lost Austin Eckler. Is probably the end of his career. As Chris Dooley noted, I believe it might be the end of his career. He tore his Achilles. As soon as it happened, I saw him grab up the back of his ankle. I knew what it was instantly. Again, if you cannot run the ball in this league, that's an issue, which always goes back to, the Eagles, right? Are they going to be able to get their run game on track? Did Dallas lay out a blueprint with a average defensive line, maybe slightly above average defensive line? I think Dallas is above it now, but Kenny Clark, it's an above average defensive line. But did Dallas show the blueprint to slow down Saquon Barkley? And it's going to be even more pressure on Jalen. I mean, Jalen, again, winning quarterback, so you have to account for him. But injuries galore. This is what we don't want to see. All kidding aside with Evil Wade. Evil Wade, he just was playing around, but still. He's bringing bad karma, some people say, regarding injuries. We have no control over the injuries. Some of the emails I get are ridiculous, and most of them are from Eagle fans, but I don't sit there and name names and all that. It is what it is. I think they're fake pages or fake email addresses from whoever, just being creeps because I put my email out there. Who knows? It is what it is. And we saw Micah Parsons last night. He's a little butthurt that his teammates, for whatever reason, haven't come out lined up in favor of Micah Parsons. And now he's making, I'm glad just to play football. Oh, okay. You're glad just to play football. This too shall pass, Micah. There you go, Vinny. Yeah, baby. Woo! Nice and sunny. I like to see this. This too, the honeymoon period will be over at some point. Okay? Again, Micah, you said one thing, did another, brother, and then came back to Dallas at the very last second and said, well, how about 43? Wow, you're on video as saying you don't have to be this or you don't have to be that. Dallas was comfortable offering you what they offered you, okay? And you said, no, I want $7 million more per. And you didn't want a fifth year. You wanted 4 years. I mean, that's a lot. It's not like a little, That's a lot different, not a little different. And Micah Parsons seemed a little butthurt with his teammates in Dallas. You got to realize, Micah, once you decide that money is more important than the team, CeeDee Lamb, he could have went your way as well. Now, they could have franchised him, but CeeDee Lamb could have done what you did. He wanted to be a Cowboy. He took a lot, but he didn't take that much more than the next guy. So, listen to your mother, Micah. Your mother not happy with the agent. Listen, brother, nothing personal. You know, again, I say it again. When you retire as a Green Bay Packer, there's nothing waiting for you. There's nothing waiting for you. You made the choice. It was a short-term choice, man. It was a long-term choice because of the money. I don't have a problem with you going to the Packers or, taking the money. Just be honest and say, listen, man, I'm a mercenary. I wanted the most possible. My agent explained that this is what's out there and we could get it. My thing is, and I tell my kids this, just because you can doesn't mean you should necessarily, right? If you had the big picture in mind, if you just want to make the most money getting it out, then yeah, you made the best choice. If you want to win a Super Bowl this year, you made the best choice. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if it was, you're making statements like, I just want to play football. Well, that's not how it works, especially in Dallas when you make that kind of money. But it comes with a lot of wonderful goodies. You weren't smart enough or you didn't want to listen to guys like Michael Irvin. You put your head in the dirt and kept moving forward. I think it's going to be your loss in the long run, but that's all right. Listen, man, it makes for fun entertainment for me. So now you are Darth Vader, and you have the upper hand right now, but that won't always be the case. That won't always be the case. But maybe in your short little career, it will be, You're playing part-time now. You're doing great. No hard feelings, brother. I wish you well up to a point. I don't wish injury upon you. Speaking of injury, just real quick, I want to touch on, I'll wait till the end of the video to touch on some stupid shit. But, we're hearing now that Dallas Cowboys kicked the tires on Khalil Mack. Again, no thank you to Khalil Mack. He's 32 years old, I think. Maybe 34. He might be 34. But put in the comments. Khalil Mack, Chargers. That was a week ago. You would have to trade for Khalil Mack? No, thank you. Jadeveon Clowney turned down the Cowboys. Jadeveon Clowney turned down the Cowboys. He didn't say no, but he smartly went and visited Dallas and is now letting everybody know, he's ready to sign again. He's ready to play again. Dallas is offering minimal money, I'm sure. I think base is like almost 1.5 million, something in that area for league minimal for a veteran. A vested veteran, maybe a little more, maybe 1.7. But put in the comments if you have the exact number. Let me look it up now. 1.25 million. This is a little less than I thought. 1.25 million for a vested veteran. It's just a tick under 900,000 for a rookie. So that's what you're looking at. My eyes are still glassy. They're still a little glassy. Surprise, surprise. But what Jadeveon is doing, not that he don't want to play for Dallas, but he knows by coming into Dallas, it alerts other teams. Okay, all we got to do is come in with a little higher number because Dallas tries to get everybody on the low, on the cheap, and we'll get the player. And what this does by waiting, if there's more injuries on the D-line, which is a risk, Dallas could get their panties in a bunch and say, okay, and just go get somebody else. Christian Wilkins. I think Wilkins, maybe Eberflus doesn't want that body type. He wants another edge/lineman rather than just lineman. I would ask guys like Randy McIntyre, Vinny Hagan, these guys, Oscar Perini. I would ask guys like you, what if God forbid Kenny Clark turns an ankle or gets hurt. Who's going to slide in there? Jay Toia as a rookie? Doing fine as a rookie, but it's a lot of pressure to put on him, which is why we want to have a Christian Wilkins in the building. Give us a measure of depth at a position. Again, to me, that's smart business. Now, we don't know what Wilkins is probably holding out for $10 million a year. I mean, what's it to Dallas to win? You know, what is it to win? I don't know all the details of the locker room BS. I joke, I don't care, but I really don't know. I don't know exactly what went on in the locker room when it comes to Christian Wilkins. But I would be definitely talking to him. He's one of the best defensive interior defenders in the league. He is. Look at the numbers. Don't believe me? Go look. He's dominant. Isaiah Stanback, his Super Bowl winner with the New England Patriots, ex-Cowboy, University of Washington Huskies. Isaiah Stanback. He wants Dallas to go get Wilkins yesterday. He goes, go get this guy. He's that good. Out of Clemson, the Christian Wilkins. So that's the type of move I would get. Hey, I would get Clowney and Wilkins and move a couple guys. Wilkins is young still. That's what I would do. If you really want to stop the run for the long term and have depth in place to be able to withstand what you saw last night in injuries, right? If Washington loses Jared Allen, look for Washington to go pick up a Christian Wilkins. That's what they're going to do. I'm telling you now, Washington will pull the trigger. They don't have as much money, so we don't know what Wilkins wants. They got enough money. Dallas, we know, has plenty of money. What's going on now is Dallas is they're still negotiating with Tyler Smith, and they don't want to lock up certain money. They have plenty, but you know Dallas. You know how they operate. You know exactly how they operate. They don't want to go all in right now when it comes to that. I think that you could be sitting there holding your, you know what, if you don't make a move now. Again, nobody's saying Clowney's going to come in and be the end-all be-all, but in this defense, he had 9 sacks last year. He'll be a very, very good rotational piece who stops to run very, very well. That's the deal. He stops to run. If you're a run player, you're welcome in my defense. I don't need as many impact rushers. I need more of a run player first. That's why I bring up Wilkins and I bring up Clowney. These are the type of moves that I want to see them make. Will they? Who knows? Who knows? But Clowney is the one who walked away. Now, as we get ready for the Giants game, again, we will not be streaming the game, but we will be doing the post game. It's already up. But me and Primetime Phil break all the games down tonight. Yes, we break it all down tonight. 8 o'clock Eastern on Primetime Phil. I'll put the link in the community tab later so you could join in. Again, this year has started out good, albeit in a loss, if that makes any sense. Good, albeit in a loss. Guess I'm in the front row again. But yes. And I want to touch on this before I go. Listen, I don't state my political affiliation at all. I will say this, I was a lifelong Democrat. Okay? I don't sit there and pick necessarily what side. I think both sides are whacked. The extreme right and left. So, I'm gotten some negative stuff lately. I got an email saying I'm no longer subscribing. Listen, if it offends anybody out there that I say that we should not be killing people over political views, then you're welcome to leave, man. Again, tell anybody how to think, and I would hope that you don't, if me saying that it's a shame that Charlie Kirk is now leaves a wife and 2 young children, and he's 31 years old. If that offends you, then yeah, we're probably not going to see eye to eye. If me saying 9/11, me personally, that 9/11 brings horrible memories for me personally, outside of what you even know about, and the nightmares that I was dealing with shortly after 9/11 for reasons I'm not going to discuss. If that offends you, then again, thank you for watching me, but we're probably not going to see eye to eye. At the end of the day, it's dumbfounding that people are the way they are and expect me to be what they want me to be. All are welcome, as long as we're all going to be nice, right? We'll get fired up over sports every now and again, but at the end of the day, we should have each other's backs. And at the point where we don't have each other's backs and we think it's okay for this person, that person, then I don't know what we're becoming as a society. But that's my rant. I'm sorry to lose you as a subscriber, but it's probably for the best, man. No hard feelings. And I appreciate everything. I know I've sent you free merch, so my door is always open, brother. You know it is. I'll talk to you later.
10 years ago, these markers weren't so purple, but now they're purple. Now they're really, really fucking purple, and it's alarming to me, and it's also enchanting to me to see the deep blue sea inside. This. Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does, why is it doing what it's doing. Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.